Hello, Floss Tube. It's Diane, the Hot Mess Princess. So I have a lot to talk about today. We'll go over questions, shout outs. What else do I have? I have a fully finished object today to share with you. Haul, works in progress, some fun thing that I'm going to do with the Embroiderers Guild of America, a Rebel update, an insomnia update. Pretty sure that's all of it, but the first thing I have to share with you is something that is really exciting that has been super secret, except for some of you. I can't remember who it was, but somebody called me out on Instagram. You guys are too smart. Somebody figured out what it was, at least one person. So anyway, I went somewhere this week that was really awesome. And because I happened to be going there, I figured this was a perfect time to squeeze out a little time to myself and make a monumental epic start to this really cool project that I've wanted to stitch for quite some time. And because I had time to do it, I've decided, of course, I'm going to finish this one for the State Fair of Texas as well. Because, you know, I've got that much time on my hands, right? So anyway, let me first tell you the story of where I was sometime this past Tuesday. So grab a cup of coffee, cup of tea, get a little comfy, and get ready, because here is my super awesome story. Hi Floss Tube, it's Diane, the Hot Mess Princess. This is Headless Horseman Bridge, and I'm standing in Sleepy Hollow. So I figured I would take this chance for a once-in-a-lifetime awesome start. I'm putting the first stitch in my Sleepy Hollow project right here on Headless Horseman Bridge on this giant piece of fabric. I'm just going to take out my little place marker, and I'm going to stab myself with it because I didn't think this through. I've got my 310 right here, and I'm putting the first stitch of Sleepy Hollow in front of all these cars that think I'm absolutely batshit crazy. I'm sure everybody thinks I'm nuts. Here we go. I've got some scarf fuzz in there too. I can't see without my lamp. Hold on a minute. This is like super anticlimactic. There we go. Half of a cross. By the way, super kudos to my friend Laura for shooting this video and not leaving me all alone, because the sun's going down and the Headless Horseman, you never know where he is. We saw Washington Irving's grave earlier. It was awesome. And there's the first cross. Yay, this thing's gonna be gigantic. Look at this. Look at this. It's gonna be gigantic, but I'm gonna get it done, and now I put the first stitch in, standing on Headless Horseman Bridge. Yay! Okay. That was so much fun. It was so much fun. Sleepy Hollow is amazing. I only had a little bit of time to eke out to go and put in that first stitch on the Sleepy Hollow piece. I didn't have much time to explore. I did, however, get to go to the Old Dutch Church, which if you've read the story of Sleepy Hollow, it wasn't so much, I think, in the Disney cartoon that probably many of us saw as little children. And I don't recall if it was in the creepy yet really kind of icky, bloody Tim Burton version of Sleepy Hollow. But in Washington Irving's short story, Sleepy Hollow, the Old Dutch Church is certainly a very prominent part of the story. So we, my friends and I found the Old Dutch Church, and Sleepy Hollow Cemetery is right there next to it. So I went and found Washington Irving's grave, which was really cool because if you have time, it's just a short story. If you have time, read The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. It is the way he was in love with the Hudson Valley, the Hudson River Valley was wonderful. And he wrote such charming prose about that area. And it's just, I find his writing beautiful, and it really, I love that story. So anyway, yeah, so we found Sleepy Hollow Cemetery. I found Washington Irving's grave. I also found Katrina Van Tassel's grave. So, and Katrina, of course, was the fairest maiden in Sleepy Hollow who Ichabod Crane was trying to woo and marry so that he could inherit all of that beautiful land, and wasn't too successful because he had a little run-in with the Headless Horseman. Yeah, it was really cool to walk around the graveyard and see the Old Dutch Church, which was closed, so we couldn't go in. We couldn't buy the souvenir map and all that stuff that they, say that they have, because, it was flipping cold. I think it was 21 degrees when we were walking around. It was very, very cold. In fact, my hands were like ice blocks when I was trying to put that first stitch into the linen. It was pretty dang cold. And again, props to my friend Laura for standing out there on that freezing cold bridge, filming that for me. I totally appreciate her doing that. So anyway, that was really awesome. And then we went to dinner, and we went to our hotel and went to bed because we had to do some things the next day that did not involve a wayward, crazy trip super fast to put one stitch in a piece of linen on the side of a road. So anyway, really beautiful area. I would love to someday go back in the fall, when the leaves are changing and everything. And of course, around Halloween, they have some really cool things going on in Sleepy Hollow because it's Sleepy Hollow. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that little story about where I went. So what else? Oh, we had a super wolf blood moon last week. I hope you guys got to see it. I don't normally stay up past my bedtime, but it was not a work night for me. So I went outside with the hubby and helped him. He was literally laying across the sidewalk in our front yard with his camera. He's an amateur photographer, and it was really interesting to me because his camera lens could see through the clouds and the fog and all the crud in the sky. His camera lens could see through all of that and straight to the moon, whereas I would look up and it looked a little bit red or a little bit pink, but it didn't really look like what I expected. But when you looked over at the viewfinder on the camera, it was red. So it was really cool because when you see pictures of it that photographers take, it looks red, and you think, oh, somebody photoshopped that.
but it's not photoshopped. It's just the camera lens can see through all of that crud that our eyes can't see through. It was really cool. So I'll share some pictures at the end of this video if you guys want to see. Hubby took some pretty cool pictures. So, okay. So there's that. Now I have some shout outs for everyone. And last week I got, this is really lame. I got new glasses and I could not decide which pair because literally like they had a, you know, buy one pair, get the other pair 50% off. And I figured, you know, knowing me and my klutziness, I should probably get a second pair just in case something happens, right? So, but other than a pair of bright red plastic glasses that would have made me look like Sally Jesse Raphael, if any of you know who that was, I had a choice between this pair and a pair that, what are these? These are brown on the top and blue on the bottom. And the other pair is blue on the top and brown on the bottom. Otherwise, they kind of look the same. But I did a little video about a week ago to ask everybody what you thought. So I totally appreciate everybody weighing in. Olive Moo, Connie G, Amber, Pam Rosenberry, my buddy Tawny from the EGA weighed in. Her hubby does Stitch and Turn on, follow them on Instagram. I'll put the link in my profile. They make absolutely beautiful turned needlework tools. In fact, hang on a sec. Hang on. Oh, crap. I bought this from them at the EGA seminar. This is really beautiful. It's hand-turned wood. Where's my camera? There it is. It's focusing on my giant head, sorry. But it is a telescoping magnet. So when you drop a needle, you just go like that and pick it up. So really awesome. Stitch and Turn, they're fabulous. And they make laying tools and tool caddies and all kinds of really fun stuff. So I'll put a link to their Etsy shop in the little thingy here on YouTube. Also, Cindy Cannon, thank you so much for the comments that you left on about my State Fair of Texas projects and of course the Stitchy Closet. I was super happy to get to share a little Stitchy Closet tour, so I'm glad that you guys enjoyed that. Questions. I had a couple questions and I love questions. I feel like a serious YouTuber when you guys send me questions. So let's see. Allison Rosen. Allison asked about the counted cross stitch class that I'm taking with the Embroiderers Guild of America. So when you're a member of the Embroiderers Guild of America, you can take all different kinds of classes. I'm taking a correspondence course on perfectly counted cross stitches or crosses. Because I'm of course trying to win a blue ribbon in the State Fair of Texas. It's one of my bucket list items. It's going to stay on my New Year's resolution list until I have a blue ribbon in my possession. So anyway, I thought this class would be great. And the correspondence courses, some of them you need like 20 people to sign up for. So it's best to do it with your chapter because everybody, you know, votes to, okay, we're all going to take this class. And then you do it by correspondence and the class does it like every meeting you go on, you know, you progress through the course. Some courses are offered as what's called lightning rounds, which are that when they do that, and they kind of cycle through them. I don't think they cycle through all of them. Not exactly sure how that works, but as it so happened, Perfectly Counted Crosses was available as a lightning round, which meant I didn't need 20 other women. I could enroll as an individual. So that is what I did. And now I am following along in the course material. And part of that is designing my own, well, designing at least part of my own sampler that has to include certain stitches. And she goes through and explains how to do it and provides you sample sections and stuff. So I'm slowly crawling my way through that. I haven't actually started stitching yet. I'm behind, and it's because I've sort of been traveling and doing a lot of crazy things. So, and I'm busy. I work a full-time job. So, anyway, the course I have to finish in May, and I still feel really good that I'll get that done. But I'm a little behind right now. So anyway, that's the answer to that. And then Carol Swindler asked, and thank you, Carol, for reminding me that when I share a pattern, I need to give the name of the pattern and the name of the designer. So I showed Cross Stitch Nation, and I guess I didn't either give the actual name of it or who designed it. So it's Cross Stitch Nation, and it's Heartstring Samplery. And it's one of my works in progress, so I'm going to hold it up in a little bit. And then also Proper Young Lady, which is by Hands On Design. And that's not in my rotation right now. It's in the Stitchy closet, so I'm not going to pull it out. But those are the two. And I also put the answer in my YouTube answers as well. So anyway, okay. So now I have a fully finished object to share with you. And I actually finished this piece like a year ago. And I literally threw it in this $5 frame from Target just to give it a place to stay. I couldn't really roll it up. I needed to have it stretched and framed, so that's what I did, and it looked terrible. And there was too much fabric around the outside. It was in an 8x10 frame. So I finally took it to get framed, and I took it to my local needlework shop, which is the Stitch Niche in Arlington, Texas. Yay! And I had Steve frame it. And Steve has framed some things for me before, and I love the work that he does. So this is my ribbon embroidery piece. And forewarning, okay, this piece is total crap. This was a class that I took at the Royal School of Needlework. It's the first time I ever did ribbon embroidery. No judging, okay? But the framing job is absolutely beautiful, and I'm super happy with it. And now it can go in my Christmas decoration bin where I will forget about it for the entire year. And then when I open it up, I'll go, oh, that's right, I had it framed and it's amazing. So I'm super happy to have it framed. Gosh, there we go. See? Yay. So it's all framed and done. And, you know, I'm proud of the pine cones and the roses, but the rest of it's total crap. So, thanks, Steve, for a great job on my crap needlework. Did awesome. So there's that. Now let's talk about haul. That's the only fully finished object I have. And trust me, those are all rare for all of us, right? Okay. Okay, sorry. My phone freaked out a little bit, and I'm still shooting these on my phone. So let's talk about haul. I went to the Stitch Niche to pick up my ribbon embroidery, and as you can probably guess, it's impossible for me to just go pick something up without buying something. So it's an awesome shop. I absolutely love it. So I was thinking that it might be fun to do, okay, this is how I remembered to do the whole Sleepy Hollow thing, because I thought, oh, this would be cool to do on the plain punch needle. Because I don't usually need like a magnifier to do punch needle, right? And then I remembered where I was going and the fact that Sleepy Hollow is literally like 20 minutes from where I was, or actually 7 minutes from the hotel where I was staying. So yeah, I took Sleepy Hollow with me instead. And then I realized I can't do this on the plane. Number one, it's way too big. And number two, it's tiny little linen and I can't see. So I should have brought the punch needle. But this is Teresa Kogut Creative Whims punch needle embroidery pattern. It's called Happy Halloween, and it's got the fabric and, you know, blah blah blah. So this is it. One of these days I'm going to figure out how to do this. So anyway, that is the new pattern that I got. And then, you know, like ADD at the register, they had these cute little counting pins. Yeah, you can't see that at all, can you? It's a bumblebee. It's so cute. Can you see? No, I suck. Anyway, it's a little bumblebee, and I have a thing about bees because my dad, if you're my age and you remember Romper Room on TV, it was a kid's show, and in order to show kids what you should do versus what you shouldn't do, there were two bumblebees, and one was a good bee and the other one was a naughty bee. And so the saying was always, do be like the do bee, but don't be like the don't be. Of course, I didn't know at the time, you know, as a little, didn't know doobie was another name for another thing. My husband had to explain that to me when we were dating. So anyway, oh my God, I am so nuts. Okay, so yeah, the bee thing comes from that because my dad used to call me Daddy's little doobie because I was a perfect child and I never did anything wrong. So, next, haul. We were talking about haul, not works in progress. This is not needlework haul, but it's awesome just the same. I got this on my trip. Sleepy Hollow. So, anyway, I thought that was pretty cool. So there's that. Okay, now we can talk about works in progress, and we will start with the most awesome start ever in the universe. I mean, I think this really at least is equal to starting my little London piece on my first trip to London. So this is, what's it called? Sleepy Hollow, designed by Vicky Hastings for the Cricket Collection. And I still have not done anything but the one stitch. Look how huge. How huge. And there's the one stitch right in the middle. So I decided, as you can see on the pattern, they have it divided into threes. And I have decided I'm not going to do that because I don't know how to finish needlework like that, and I don't want to pay somebody else to finish it for me. I'd rather just have it framed. So something else really cool, have a look at the angel. Okay, sorry, phone got borked up again. So anyway, on this pattern, pay particular attention to the angel in the side of this bridge. See that face? Okay, so the night that I went, or the evening that I went to Sleepy Hollow to put the first stitch in this piece, I checked into my hotel and was just trying to relax before bed, and I was so excited that I actually did this. And I'm looking through my phone at the pictures that I took that day, and this was sitting on the bed. And I did one of these numbers, like, because that face in the bridge, look at this. Oh my God. So that is pretty cool. That... in fact, the pattern says something about that. Hold on, let me, oh, there it is. So the pattern has this really cute little blurby thing in here, which I won't read all of it, but it says, no. You know, an organized person would have highlighted this. Anyway, here it is. The central motif on which there's a dog doing something somewhere. The central motif on which the silhouetted figures race serves as both bridge and hillside and is designed after the tombstone angel, ornamenting many headstones that define the residents sleeping in the old Dutch burying ground. And it is true, that face is in lots of places. So I just thought that was really cool. Probably not the best thing to spot right before I go to sleep. I didn't have any Headless Horseman nightmares though. So anyway, enough about Sleepy Hollow. That is my first whip. I've added that into the rotation for obvious reasons. And then the Westminster Abbey bookmark. Where are you? Here you are. The bookmark kit that I bought at Westminster Abbey. Haven't done a lot more on this guy because I have been actually super busy. So there's that. And then Christmas, my lady at Christmas. I have not done jack crap on this, but I'm going to show it to you anyway because it's still in the rotation, because if I am anything, I am an optimist. So this is My Lady at Christmas by Little House Needleworks. And that is what I have done. Not a lot. However, Cross Stitch Nation by Heartstring Samplery. Y'all are going to be so proud of me. Boom! I did a lot. So I'm super proud of this. This has been a wonderful stitch, and you probably can't really tell in the colors, but the colors are way cuter than the leaflet picture shows. I like the colors a lot better. So, got that done. Yay me. Yep, those are all my whips. And then Embroiderers Guild of America. This is pretty cool. February 2nd is Stitch in Public Day. And when I saw that, of course, I'm a member of the EGA's Facebook group. There's a closed Facebook group that's for official members of the EGA. And then there's a group on Facebook called EGA Stitch Along that is sponsored by the Embroiderers Guild of America, but you do not have to be a member in order to join the Stitch Along group or do any of the projects. So absolutely go join that group. Go check it out. It's pretty cool. But February 2nd is designated Stitch in Public Day to bring awareness to our craft. And so I am helping my chapter to coordinate a Stitch in Public Day or a Stitch in Public thing for February 2nd, which is a Saturday. So when I find out where we're going to stitch, I will let everybody know. If you're in the DFW area, come and say hi to me and the ladies in the chapter. It should be really fun. The Fort Worth chapter, the Cowtown Stitchers, were a pretty cool group. So I'll let you know. I'll share that on my Facebook fan page, and I'll also share on Instagram where we are going to be. And Rebel update. Rebel the kitten got her latest Kitnet box, which is a subscription box like Birchbox or Ipsy. You know, those are beauty supplies. Rebel gets monthly cat toys and treats because somebody is spoiled rotten. So this month's, excuse me, this month's box was Up in the Air themed, which got me super excited, of course, because I love airplanes. And she did, among other things, what did she, she got a kitty cat rocket ship and another toy, I can't remember. And then a fishing pole with an airplane on it, which she went crazy for. She loves the fishing poles. And then she got, the treats were freeze-dried minnows. And it didn't really click. At first, of course, it smelled like fish when I opened up the bag and I gave her a couple. It just looked like sliced something or other treats. I didn't really think anything of it until I looked down at one point and it's an actual minnow. It's like freeze-dried minnows with eyeballs and everything. So disgusting. So from now on, when I open the bed, I just kind of shake a couple out and then I close it up. I can't touch them. They're so disgusting. So anyway, Rebel got an airplane on a fishing pole, and I always put away her fishing poles when we're done playing because she can get wound up in them and I don't want her to hurt herself or anything. The fishing pole is missing. I don't know where it is, and I always put it away, and hubby did not know where it was. He didn't see me put it away. So she has stolen it somehow, and I have yet to find it. She's perfectly fine. It's been missing for a couple of weeks. I don't know where it is. Little thief. And then insomnia update. The last time I did a floss tube, I shared with you that lovely Lindy from Australia sent me a bottle of magnesium spray called Amazing Oil, I think is what it's called. And so I have used it several times, and there's something to it. And I don't know what it is, but on most of the nights that I have used it, I have slept a little bit better than I normally sleep. Except for one occasion where I think it was the third night that I used it. And yeah, it was the third night, because I was thinking, wow, this stuff's amazing. It really does work. And so, of course, I went to sleep that night, and I had a nightmare that I was being chased. I don't know by who. Hold on a second. Oh my God, my camera's driving me crazy. So anyway, I had some weird nightmare or something that one night. But otherwise, the magnesium spray seems to help me to sleep better. I haven't tried it yet without Ambien, because that takes baby steps. So anyway, that's helping. And I think that's all I have for now. I'm going to quit talking while you have a moment of sanity left. And I will be back in another week or two with hopefully a lot more progress on Sleepy Hollow and Cross Stitch Nation. That's just a really fun stitch. So have a great time. Stitch what you love. And just remember to be nice humans. Okay? Bye.